completed the 12th International Carnivorous Plant Conference. And I have mixed feelings about it, honestly, because on one hand, my stress level's been going down like this. It's like high every time, little peaks, and then going down, going down, down. So it's nice that it's over because there's nothing terrible has gone wrong, and now all we have to do is enjoy a nice banquet together out there at 6 o'clock. But the sad part is, it's over, almost. A lot of my friends are going to go home. And it's been such a great pleasure to have everybody here, and especially to share the nursery with everybody. That was one of the best parts for me personally, was to get a whole bunch of people in the nursery who all appreciate it in the same way, well, pretty close to all the same way as we all do. So we'll be able to see how great it is. And I spent my entire life doing it. But it wasn't just me. So here comes up the thank yous. And although I usually like to go from the fly, we're going to read this because I'm afraid I'm going to forget people. But before I do want to touch on one more thing that Larry mentioned, and I could not agree 1,000 times more. This is the golden age of carnivorous plants. And the Victorian time was a really amazing time if you be any kind of biologist, because you could basically just wander into a new country and discover everything new. And everybody got 10,000 things named after them. It's really easy. Except for, most of them died at 25 from malaria or something like that. So that was the golden age. But now it's like a really amazing golden age. In my lifetime alone, I've seen Nepenthes species like double. We've seen helium-4 go from like 5 species to like 26, 27 different taxa now. And we all get to grow them almost immediately. It doesn't take years and years and years for someone to go get it and get into cultivation. All this stuff is coming into cultivation so quickly because of tissue culture. And in the amazing future, like, glow-in-the-dark Venus flytraps, we're definitely going to do that. We've talked about it for years. I just feel like we're in this amazing point, and we're also lucky to be part of it. But the truth is it really is just the beginning of this golden age, I think. As long as humanity can keep holding it together long enough to keep letting us all do our amazing work. I think every year I learn new amazing things, thanks to the work that y'all have done and other people. It makes me appreciate these plants in like a completely different way. When I think after 30 years that you think I'd be bored of it. But every time I find out something new, I just go, oh my God, this plant's the coolest thing ever. That's all. Back to thank yous. But I do think we're in a super lucky moment. So many other disciplines, if you're interested in birds or bats, they're out there teasing apart by, tiny, tiny little differences. And here, we just get to discover such amazing big things all the time. So, like I was saying, conferences like this, a nursery like mine, I have something to do with it, but it doesn't happen just with me. I want to thank first our California Carnivorous crew, of course. Peter Navada, he's got a thing plenty. Thank you.
When he said he wanted to do this, I said he wasn't staying.
Mike Wilder. A lot of you were really super enjoying all the new pings that are out there, and all the new helium-4 that we're selling, a lot of the new stuff that we're selling, and a lot of those are hybrids that I did. But they could not come into existence without Mike Wilder, and so you should definitely thank him for all the new stuff we have. Our lab is so much of all the new amazing stuff. Norma McFadden, she's always kind of in the background, and you don't necessarily know who she is, but if you order plants from us, she's the one that packs every single thing up, and we get a ton of orders. It's a mountain, non-stop of mail order that has to get taped like a, brick outhouse. And if you ever got a plant from us, Norma packs that all up. She also, if you got the gift bag, which hopefully you all did, the little badge that she made was hand sewed by Norma, and she had to do like 200 of those, and she just go home and sew. And we love her. She was also, there was a time 12 years ago now, when it was just basically me, Peter, and Norma, and we've grown it into this. The lovely Kate Halpin. Kate Halpin designed our t-shirts for the conference. Those beautiful, stand up Kate Halpin and model that t-shirt. She also, you guys saw that beautiful gate when you first came in to California Carnivorous, the mural on our gate. She also hand-painted that beautiful masterpiece, one of the many masterpieces now living in California Carnivorous. But she's also just one of our best employees. She's cleaning that place up all the time. I can go clean up the Highland of Pentheus. And she just goes and she does it. And a lot of the stuff that looks so nice because Kate's been cleaning the place up. And the ping tank, did you guys see the ping tank by the door? I love that big ping tank by the door, right? The girls, the big one at the nursery I made, the girls all made that. I had some input on layout, but the girls all made that. Luke Basulto, he was kind of like a new addition, and sadly, he's leaving to go learn about frogs. I told him, frogs probably won't even exist in 10 years, there's no future in it. But he won't get a master's degree in frogs. And even though he's new, we're super going to miss him because it just immediately felt like he was part of the CalCon crew. And he fit in super well and just gets a lot done. And also, he won the Jeff Wong Award. Kind of a rookie kid, won the Jeff Wong Award. No bias here, I didn't know. I'm just showing him. I want to thank Jeff Wong. He was definitely a Jedi in this, one of the best growers I've ever met. And he passed away a few years ago, and I still can hardly talk about him that car. And some of you may have seen the sign we had at the nursery, and I won't be able to say what it says, because that's a sure crack, but he would have loved to have been here. He really would. He was the heart and soul of the ICPS forever. In the background, he always ran it with like a stipulation in the background, but he was the one that kept it all going, organized all our meetings, found speakers and all that, and it took a long time for us to get back on our feet, but we really have. Phone technology, helpful but irritating. Another new person, the lovely Lauren Paulson. She's just like, she's amazing. She'll just get it all done. We would have not gotten this conference done without her. There were all kinds of things that, like the banquet, for instance, that we're all about. Some of us were about to go to Joy if you chose to do the banquet, which hopefully you did. She pretty much organized that, like all on her own. And she got the buses for y'all to get to California Carnivores, and she's just a little loudmouth, amazing gal. We love her. Someone who hasn't been here, but it's just like, and again, one of our heart and soul members is Montasser Akil, and we hired him a year ago, and he does all of our pot filling and all of our potting, and part of the thing is making the goddamn plants, and the other thing is getting them into pots so that you can buy them. And sometimes that gets choked up, but he's just been potting up, and so that's the other reason we have so many new additions. And we love him. So, and the best for last. Daniela Rebecki. So, we pretty much run the nursery together. You may have noticed, like, someone will ask me a question, and I'll be like, well, let me go ask Daniela. Just the two of you, and everybody. Not that I'm not in charge, but a lot of times I'll come up with an idea that's pretty good, and I'll bounce it off Daniela, and it comes back perfect. But I couldn't imagine life without her at the nursery, personally, and she's basically my sister. I also need to thank Arthur, what's your last name, Blakey? Thank you, yeah. And Gina Morimoto. I should have put last names on here. I was like, you know all these people. The field trip, if you guys are going on our field trip, and I'm sorry you couldn't all go, that definitely would not happen without Gina. Gina is the reason that it will be perfect and super well organized, so thank them too. And also, Barry, Rice, and Beth, they couldn't be here because they're huge Star Trek dorks. Like, they're at the Star Trek convention, it's like they're out multi-outfits, every single day in an outfit. But they are going to be leading the field trip with us, and so we thank them for that. We also thank Harry Tryon, the human cobra plant. He lives there where they grow. He grows a lot of them for us that we sell, and he's also, at like 80 years old, going to be tooling around and showing us where all the cobra plants are. He's not here either, sadly, but Who else we got? We're going to make this short. We're coming close. Pablo Ramundo, our new president. He's also kind of new. We've had 3 presidents at the time that we've been planning this thing, the ICPS. Like I said, it took us a little while to get back on our feet again. But his energy has just been really super perfect, and I just really super appreciate him stepping out before we need him to help us run this thing. Brian Lipinski, he's not here, he had to move to Maine, but he was our president for a short while. And he did an amazing thing for us, which was he made the BACPS the first real nonprofit society. So we are a real society, which allowed us to get a bank account for reals to make this whole thing happen. And so it really probably couldn't have happened without Brian, but he had to move away, an emergency sort of way to Maine. So thank you, Brian Lipinski. You see this on tape somewhere. Did you guys see the Mom Brigade? A whole bunch of like bossy ladies at the info desk. That was like my mom and Daniela's mom and Lauren's mom. And when we didn't have private help, they came together and they manned that booth. And we love our moms. Okay. Bob Seymour, he's the heart and soul of the ICPS these days. He's the editor of our journal. So if you like that newsletter, write some articles for the newsletter. It doesn't have to be from a famous guy. It can just be, I like to grow this plant, and this is how I grow it. But we need more stuff, and it will go away in the not too distant future if you all don't write articles for it. I can't write articles for it, I'm tired. And also they had a lot of, when there was a when things came up, they really saved the day in a lot of ways for us, so we thank them in a huge, huge way. We thank the LA Carnivorous Plant Society, because they also helped a lot. Did I skip John Britnacher? I meant to say John Britnacher, but he got a lot of thank you earlier. But John Britnacher, too, he's lumped in here on my notes with Bob. The LA Carnivorous Plant Society, specifically DJ Frank, he was the one that helped correspond with them, because actually we kind of co-hosted this thing with all the California societies. Also the San Diego Society, Allison Long there, who sadly couldn't make it at the last second. But she did the webpage and did a lot of that stuff and made sure that happened as quickly as it possibly could. All of our speakers, oh my God, you guys did such a great job. I can't believe it. Like I was saying, I feel like I know everything there is to know about these plants, and then I come to this thing and I learn about them for 3 days straight. So let's have an applause for all of our speakers. Another dear friend, Sam Estes, who some of you may be familiar with, his nursery, Leilani Hapu'u in Hawaii. You may have seen the lava flow in Leilani Heights, and some of you are putting Leilani with Leilani. And sadly, one of those fissures opened up in his backyard and swallowed up his entire nursery. 20 years of Nepenthes breeding and his passion, and his home, and his everything was swallowed up by lava in a very amazingly final way. From a community that just escaped fire, at least when the fire goes through, you build again, but with lava, his property won't be livable for 1,000 years. So he contacted me about 3 or 4 days ago to be the last speaker because he had hoped to come and say goodbye to all of y'all, because he's an older guy and he's not going to start up again. So, from behalf of Sam Estes, he was going to come and give the final address, actually. But then, as he said, changes in Mordor prevented him from actually coming to do that. I will say that the International Carnivorous Plant Society is donating $500 to help him with that. And he has a GoFundMe. And part of what's so great about our community is that we stick together, right? And we donated to that GoFundMe. If you search Sam Estes, E-S-T-E-S, GoFundMe, it comes right up. And I really super encourage you to help him get a fresh start. And I would just say, on behalf of him, how much he's enjoyed the hobby and how much pleasure is brought into his life. And sorry that he can't continue with us. Although he is still alive, he's going to be okay. And let's give an applause for Sam Estes. thank you so much for all the societies all over the world and the other people who came up and endorsed Peter's award. It really personally means a lot to me, of course, and I know Peter was just utterly blown away, to use his words. And I super thank all of you for that. Let's have a round of applause for them. And then just to touch on the show and sale, because usually we always do our show and sale, but we usually do it in June. And it was my bright idea to do it at the same time, so we could have a lot of plans for us to all look at. But it did create a lot of extra work for them. We made it a 2-day event instead of a 1-day event. And we also moved it very far from, well, think of the Bay Area folks. They don't come to the North Bay. They don't know we exist. It's an hour away, but it was very far for them to come up. And they had to find places to stay to do it. And so we super want to thank them, particularly Doris Quick, who I already called up here and humiliated. Thank you, Doris Quick. Also, Tom Papp, who's our vendor coordinator, so he's the one that helped get all these people to sell you plants. You plant junkies, you need more plants? What's wrong with you? Thank you so much to the people who entered the plants in our show. That was like, for our Carnivorous Plant Club, honestly, we've had some times where there's been like one fly trap in there in years past, and I was a little nervous, but everyone really came through, so thank you for that. Our poster was designed by Adam Eastburn, and we super thank them. And lastly, I would like to thank the International Carnivorous Plant Society for allowing me to host this thing. And they're really always super eager for feedback, and Marcel, the president, wasn't actually able to come, sadly. So if you enjoyed the conference, I really super encourage y'all to reach out to Marcel and tell him how great it was. And with that, I think I'm just about out of thank yous and out of things to say. Although you'll still see me talking every too much. And
thank you, Damon.
Thanks, Damon.
I can't tell you, even though how much stress this has caused me and extra work for all of us and all that, how much I've super enjoyed having it here. And I hope to see as many of you as possible at the banquet.